Yeah. Yo, I got you got the swirls in your hair, man. Like you got that fresh cut. I see you. He got some Native American merch on. You know what I mean? He's supporting the original indigenous people of the land. All right.
Facts.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know what I mean?
What up with you, man? How you doing, man? What's the word? What's going on? Talk to me.
I'm blessed, bro. Like I've had you know what I mean? I had the signature Fat Boy birthday weekend. Friday night we eat out. Saturday night we barbecued. Tonight we going out to dinner. So like I'm just
Oh yeah, happy birthday. Let everybody know it's your birthday.
I mean the big 4-5. Big 4-5.
Well,
I ain't ashamed.
How does it feel, man?
It feels
cliche question. How does it feel?
It feels wonderful. I feel like I think what people don't understand. Well, when you're younger, I don't think people understand the impact of the look back. So when you start looking back on the year before versus 10 years versus and you going, oh, all right, this is what I did right. This is what the thing I love the most is finding the patience that you didn't know you had. You know, finding the calm, not being as stressed about stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Even over the last couple of weeks, there's stuff that I really could have been like pulling my hair out about. But I feel like the more the more wisdom comes into place and the more patience come into place, you get less jittery. So like I love that. I love that for me at this point in my life. So like, man, and like even just this weekend, just the simple things, like we used to be stressed about like your birthday coming around. Yo, we got to do it big. And then now I just be like, bro, I just want to be around the people I like being around. That's it.
Well,
you know,
congratulations, brother.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Congratulations, man.
For real. Like, you know what I mean? This was something I woke up, didn't know I wanted to sit on live with you today. Like, I was just like, you know what? Let me hit up Jay, get here, talk some trash. You know what I'm saying? I love having great conversation, especially with you. So like
we actually was not supposed to be recording today, but my guy hit me up. He said, yo, let's record. I'm like, all right, bet, let's do it. I got some time before church. Let's get it done.
Word. So like, you know what I mean? I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. So how is your spiritual journey going? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm actually very excited about hearing how. I'm not saying that you haven't been religious before or you haven't been affiliated, but you're in a new church, in a new space. You're married now. I feel like belief takes on a different level once the union happens because it's like a whole different energy, in my opinion.
Nah, I mean, to be honest, I think it's a roller coaster, bro. Just like everything else, just like life. I haven't really spoke about it at all, so I don't know if this is the best place to speak about it. But you know me, I'm always that's the good and bad thing about me is like I just think I'm too vulnerable at times. I overshare at times. But no, I think it's a roller coaster, bro. Because it's not really new. Because like you said, like I've been on my spiritual and the religious journey my entire life. It being this serious and this intentional is different for me because like ain't no excuses. Like everything we're talking about is right there in the Bible, right? So like it's no excuses. Even sometimes when I make excuses, right? So it's like it's kind of the conversation of like when you know better, you do better. Right. So now, like, even like in the spiritual world, it's like, man, God has grace on those who don't know any better. So when you know better and you continue to do things, like, just to be honest, like I'm supposed to be in church right now, even though it's not an appointed time right now, but like, well, we celebrate the entire day when it's God's appointed times and you're not really supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
Even and me, I'm real with myself, right? Like I'm not the one to make excuses. I just be like, hey, you made a decision, so you got to live with it, right? So I said it to say, it's been times where I made decisions that wasn't for God, and I know that God probably wouldn't like, and it plays on my conscience a lot, if that makes sense. So it's like, that's why I say it's a roller coaster, because then you have other questions of like the more you go with your spiritual journey, the more you learn and the more you have more questions. And the more questions you have, you continue to have questions, and then you start to doubt. But that's why you're supposed to stay in church once you start that journey, just so you can continue to be around people who've had questions similar to you, who can answer those questions, who can uplift you and be strong with you. You know what I'm saying? So like it's definitely a roller coaster, bro. I'd be lying if it wasn't, right? So like I'm glad you asked, because nobody really asked me that. And I never really, because a lot of those conversations I don't be wanting to have with my family, because I'm like the man in the house, right? So it's like I don't never want to and as a man you have to be what's the word, like
stoic.
Yeah, like right, like make a decision, live with it and move on it, right? And I don't want to never be the one that's giving my family doubts, because I got doubts. So a lot of things I don't even speak on, because I'm the man, right? And I don't want to confuse them. So
got you. Okay, all right. Well, I think taking from some of the really valuable stuff you said, like I as I've gotten older, I used to think in the past, and I'm not saying this is how you thought or think now. I always felt like going to church was a thing I needed to do so that God would see me as a good person. I never realized that going to church or even observing the day of rest or observing your religious day is for you, really. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like God knows that especially if you are of a high caliber individual, you will run yourself to death. You will work 7 days a week. You will take advantage of everything in the world, and you won't take time for yourself. So for as much as God wants you to honor him, he really wants you to honor yourself at the same time. You know, he really wants you to get the rest. He really wants you to find balance, within yourself. Balance doesn't necessarily mean that everything has to be even, but I use the term balance to mean, you need to find that zero space for you. And when we are constantly moving and building and creating and controlling and moving, you're not always focused on making sure that the internal you is being taken care of. You know what I'm saying?
And to be honest, bro, I don't want to say more importantly, but the thing about this spiritual journey is like everybody has their own perspective, right? And again, a lot of my studies is coming from the Bible, and like, yeah, it's so if you are a believer in the Bible and you say you're a believer, so when you see it in the Bible, it's like, okay, are you really going to believe, or are you going to do it your own way, right? So like, even when we talk about is for you, it is for us, but more importantly, it's for our soul, right? To have eternal rest. And that's what Jesus promised us. And that's the point of us being Christians, that because we do believe Jesus is our Lord and Savior, and he came back again in the flesh. And it's things in the Bible that says, listen, if you want eternal rest, right? If you want eternal life, then these are the ways that you get it. And if you keep playing with me, basically, this is what Jesus said. So a lot of times we always say, Jesus know my heart. It's like, yeah, he knows your heart. But he also says that this is the way to get to heaven. He says that verbatim, like, this is the way to get to heaven, to get eternal life. And once you know that, when you do everything else but that, is kind of it weighs heavy on your conscience and your heart and your spirit.
Yeah, I love what you just said, and I don't want it to seem. I don't want this response to seem like I'm saying that is wrong. But what my perspective that I've grown in my own journey is that, to me, I am always on a journey to become the best version of myself that can be the most positive and impactful influence on other people around me. So like, for me, it doesn't matter whether I burn in hell for eternity or whatever. I don't really care about any of that. But what I do care about is, while I'm here, that I am not hurting other people, and I am being the ultimate help for other people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when you get sold on the concept of, you got to do this so that you will have this rest, or you will have this good place, you're not focused on here and now. So, and you're doing it out of selfish reasoning, like, versus understanding that if I am to improve myself just now, I not only do myself the greatest service so that I can enjoy not only now, but then. So if you were to embrace your ideologies in the most positive way, meaning that you will spend your life purifying yourself and making sure you're making the right decisions for the right reasons, for finding your true happiness, finding the love for yourself, and then showing other people the way, guess what? You get to have a wonderful life here, and you get to have the wonderful life in the next stage, which I think is what everybody should want. You should always want to see not only yourself but the person next to you live a great life. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. It's funny because I say that I say it's two reasons that we're here on earth, and this is just my example or explanation. The one is I always say is to tell somebody else about Jesus Christ or God, right? And then I say is my interpretation, where when I want to I don't want to say get lazy, but when I don't want to have, it's my interpretation. So it's the interpretation from my understanding, and then it's my interpretation, right? So the interpretation is to tell somebody else about God so they can get saved, right? But then my interpretation as I went along in my life is to have somebody else not have to go through the same thing that I went through. So like, you're right. And I think what we're talking about is kind of like karma, right? So it's like just treat people right, treat people with good care in your heart, treat people not like how you want to be treated, but treat them the way they should be treated, right? Not even the way they want, because some things I say like treat them the way they want to be treated, but sometimes they don't even understand their own value in themselves, so they don't even want to be treated well, right? So treat people with care and respect, man, and that's just universal. Yo,
I'm listening. I'm sorry.
Did you see the text message I sent you?
Yes, sir. I'm looking it up now. Hey, I have a clip that I loaded in, and also there'll be a special guest dropping in at some point. Maybe not while we send.
Two religions on earth. The first religion is to.
Oh, you got somebody. You got a special guest
coming in. Yeah. But you'll see him at the bottom when he pop in.
All right, bet. I'm gonna play.
All right, go ahead.
There are only two religions on earth. The first religion is to look up at the highest good you can imagine and align yourself with it. And if you do this, then you won't need to worry about your day-to-day existence. Follow the principles you believe in, everything will work out, and if you have faith, you will eventually meet and become like God. This is Western religion. All of the religions with star symbols. Even Greek religion, with multiple gods and goddesses, falls under this category, because they're just fragmented stars across the metaphorical night sky of your consciousness. The second religion is to sit down on the ground and become aware of the smallest thing you can, like your breath. Notice it, and through that practice, develop the ability to notice everything else. Build your awareness until you understand how your actions affect your life and embrace the ones aligned with your natural rhythms. Do this enough and you will open your eyes to reality and see a vision for how to move forward in the world until you are so aware that you are aware of and at one with God. That's Eastern religion. One is top down, the other is bottom up, but they're both frameworks for creating awareness and vision within your life that enable you to move towards a better one.
All right. I hope everybody got this. Look, I'm not trying to dictate to people like where you should, where your belief system should be. But I definitely wanted this to be an example of how a lot of things kind of work together. You know what I'm saying? And we all kind of believe in some of the same things. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. Maybe I am just not. What am I? Am I farting? What is going on? I don't
what are you trying to do?
I was trying to get back into your live. I was trying to get to your live. And it's crazy. IG? Yeah, the IG live.
I took it down. I ended it. I'm about to redo it.
Oh, okay, cool. But like, I'm back to my point that I was making. There are multiple ways to define yourself to the one, to the oneness. You know what I mean? And but the two different methods all get to the same place, and that all requires you to be, disciplined. It requires you to be steadfast. It requires you to be honest with yourself, and then in turn be honest with those around you. So like on this day, whether it be, my birthday or Jesus, I mean? I am Jesus. So no, I'm just playing. But, on this day, make sure that you are not only considering, what you should be offering to the world, but what you should be offering to yourself, and treating yourself with the same love and reverence, the same way you would treat God. You know what I mean? And that does not mean, that means that, sometimes making hard choices, man. Sometimes we got to back away from the things that we might enjoy, but it may not be healthy for us. Whether it be a food, whether it be a person, whether it be a habit, whether it be something that is not helping you move forward, is not helping you grow as a person. And off that, we don't have to continue down this pipe. I mean, like I can sit here and talk about self-improvement all day. It's something that You know what I mean? I feel so heavily about, but anyway, I want to talk about some business stuff. But I also want to start with Will Smith, because I think what he's talking about, what we talking about, he hits it on the head.
This man Will Smith break the infinite game.
Let's see what we talking about. Let's see.
Listen to this man Will Smith break the infinite game down perfectly.
You just realize none of it can make you happy. Once you've bought everything you want, and there's literally nothing on earth else that you want to buy. You know, I just wish that was a gift that everybody could have, because there's nothing that material can do to satisfy you. Right? It's like drinking salt water, right? Like you'll never get enough. You're just going to make yourself more and more thirsty. Right. You know, I'm in that phase of my life that can actually be scary. When you realize that no relationship, that no money, that no kids, that like there's literally nothing that can make you happy. That happy is an internal, full frontal contact with your dark night of the soul, and you reconcile that you got to make happy in here. You got to make happy in here with none of that stuff.
Damn.
You got to take happy to the people you love. You can't try to get it from them. You know, and it's like you got to take happy to work. You're not going to get happy from work.
Yo, that is so deep. That is so beautiful. Man, 45 years, bro. This is probably one of the reasons why I wanted to go live today, is that I could go out and spend some money on a bunch of stuff. I could, you know what I mean? A bunch of toys or jewelry, and you know what I mean? And I remember my goddaughter asked me Friday night, like, she was like, what do you want? Like, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to get something? Because she's used to me going on trips for my birthday or buying jewelry for my birthday or dumb stuff. But I was like, I'm like, I told my goddaughter Friday night, I said, it's cool to get it. I said, but I'll be honest with you, 10 minutes after I buy it, I'm like, whatever. Now it's just some shit you got that you got to find a place to put it. Or now you're going to be always concerned with whether or not you lost it or where is that. And you know what I mean? Trips are great. You know what I mean? I'm never down in jewelry or trips, but man, like learning how to just be happy. Like I've learned to just value having them around, family members, loved ones, friends. To me, that means more than anything. And I spent last night cooking and for my own barbecue, but I enjoyed it. I spent like $200 on food for the homies to come over and eat. And that made me happy just to sit back, watch everybody play spades, everybody eating, you know what I'm saying? Everybody laughing, having a good time. Bro, that makes me making them happy makes me happy. Fact. Yo, it means so much to me to see everybody being able to be together, have a good time. I love seeing my friends and my family in a good space, you know, having children, building families. Bro, I know some of y'all gonna like, yeah, whatever. Let me get this McCullen. You know what I'm saying? Pull up the Ferrari, bro. And I'll be like, yo, and I agree with people. Like, it's wonderful to experience these things. Believe me, I've experienced some beautiful things in my life. Being around celebrities, I've been around a lot of different spaces, and it can be a truly magical experiences. And those are valuable. The experience of being in certain rooms is life-changing to a certain extent. But guess what? It's only momentary. So whatever you're going through that you think this is the solution for, it's still going to be there. You can go get high tonight, get drunk, do what you're going to do. But guess what? You're going to still look at you in the mirror the next morning when you're trying to get back up where you was at before. I feel like take this time from an old man and just understand that the moment you can start sitting with yourself in the middle of the hood or in Baghdad and smile and genuinely be in a good space, no matter what's going on around you, that's when you've won. That's when everything becomes a party. That's when I can sit on the front porch with a glass of tea and watch the wind blow a tree, and I'm just as happy as if I had $50,000 and I'm going in here to go spend it on something, or if I'm making love to a woman, or if I'm doing this or doing that. Like, you have to understand that there is glorious wonderment and everything around. And if you can't recognize that, you are missing out on your existence. Plain and simple. And go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think that comes from just age and getting older. What they say, like the older you get, the closer you get to death. Not to make it seem so harsh.
Jay says JS1 will die soon.
No. But I say that to say, like, what happens when you get close to your death? You start to appreciate life more. Think about it. You're on your deathbed, and a lot of times, I think somebody asked, I forgot the guy's name. He's a Q or whatever, and his wife died of cancer, and he moved on. So it's been a lot of like conversation because he's popular. There's been a lot of conversation about him moving on so fast, et cetera, et cetera. But I say all that to say, one of the questions was, did you and your wife talk about you moving on before you passed away? And he was like, bro, what? Like, no, like we wasn't even thinking about that. Like, she's about to pass away. She didn't want to go. She didn't want to go. She didn't want to die. All she was thinking about was the times that we have today. We're not thinking about tomorrow. We thinking about the times that we have today. And I say all that to say is when you get older, you start to understand that all I can do, all I should do is appreciate the moment right now, the time that I have now. I can't dwell on the past. I can't worry about tomorrow. Let me appreciate what I have now. So it makes you, it's easier to be happier, right? When you're young, all you thinking about is, man, I want this, I want that. I'm not, you're never satisfied. Like you want more. You can't be content with your life because you're watching somebody else, right? But the older you get, you know that your time ain't going to last forever. So you need to be appreciative of what you do have. And I think that's why I say I think it comes with just time and that wisdom and knowledge.
It's like, I tell people like this all the time when people keep saying, I gotta do A, B, C, X, Y, and Z to be happy. And I was just like, but what if you just smiled? And then what if you just said, yo, today is great? What if you just got up every day and said, today is a great day? Man, it's raining outside. Man, that's wonderful. What if it's sunny outside? It's wonderful. If it's bad outside, it's wonderful. And you can still feel inside. But guess what? The more you speak it, the more you act it. If you act, meaning that every word you come out your mouth, you intentionally make it positive. Everything you say and do, you intentionally make it positive, regardless of how you feel inside. Guess what? Over time, you will obtain that space because you're being what you want to feel versus waiting to feel what you want to be. If that's not confusing.
It makes sense.
You have to walk into the purpose. Like when people will come to you and say, well, what it take to be a podcaster? And you'll be like, nigga, record the shit. Turn your mic on. You know what I'm saying? What are you waiting on? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's so much technology around you. Go get a tape player and pop that joint down in front of you and record. Yo, be a podcaster. Whatever you don't know, you'll learn over time. You don't have to stop or buy the class, buy the course, sign up get a mentor. Like, bro, don't keep waiting and going, well, I mean, I want to do it. Well, do it. Like, and guess what? Over time, you'll become it. You know, I am a podcaster and a radio personality. I'm sitting here talking like this, but this wasn't something that I took a class for or I had to wait on. Guess what? I got up and I did it. And I messed up and I kept messing up and I kept messing up until I wasn't messing up. Tripping over my words, talking too low, talking too fast, forgetting to plug stuff in. Forgot to turn the camera on. You know, me and Jay talk so much about stuff that got lost. How many times we didn't press the button. And I have a friend of mine I just spoke to recently. Me and her was on the phone and I was telling her I was like, man, I lost this whole interview. And she was like, oh my God, that happened to me. She was like, I paid a guy $500 and he didn't even record everything. And I'm so upset. And I'm like, is he going to come back and shoot it again? Yeah, but this and but I said, as long as that money ain't lost, I said, we all go through that. I started telling her stories and she was like, oh my God, I thought I was the only one. Nope, you're not.
Bro, I lost a Javante Tank Davis interview.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You never told me about that.
Bro, this was probably like 2017.
Holy schnibblebubs.
Yeah, I lost the Javante Tank Davis interview. I mean, I lost a lot, bro. I lost a few interviews. I done had interviews that was blurry. I remember when I first did the Desi Banks and B Simone interview together. and I didn't have any lights or whatever. And I'm like, man, I want that dark, because I always wanted that dark vibe. Like that's what I always wanted since the beginning. I'm like, man, I want this dark vibe. So like, let's get rid of the lights, not understanding that you need lights and you could turn the ISO down and things like that. I didn't know that. Right. So I'm like, we did the interview and it was dark. It was just bad. It was terrible. Right. So like, it's interviews I done did that the audio wasn't on. I got a guy named Moneybag Mafia. He's real close with DC Young Fly or whatever. We did an interview and the audio did, man. When I tell you, it's so many interviews that I done did that's gone with the wind. It's gone with the wind.
never to return.
Never going to return, man. But that Tank interview hurt. Like it's a couple more interviews that I ain't have that we lost. But yeah, man, we got the IG live working too. I had to log into my actual account. I forgot I was on my other one, but we here, man. What's up, Instagram? What's popping, y'all?
Yeah. And look, I know we getting a little heavy, a little religious and a little overly positive. I know y'all come for the drama and the trauma.
You know, it's funny. I like this though. I like this vibe.
All right, you know what I'm saying? I'm just feeling the kind of way. That's how I feel on my birthday, bro. I'm just happy, and I just be like, yo, I'm so happy. I'm just for real, dog. Like I don't know. Did you ever think about when you turn 45 or 50? When I was 35 or 33 or 34, I never thought about being 45 or I would never even thought of what it would be like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I was just talking about this. I'm so focused on being honest, like trying to get through today. It's hard to see what the hell I'm gonna be doing at 50. Like, just being, I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. Like, I can't even think of that right now. Like, I'm trying to get today straight.
Facts. And that is the same exact space I was in when I was younger. I was always thinking about the moment, like, yo, where I needed to be, what I wanted to do. I think that was the thing that I didn't have a crisis, but I had probably my most vulnerable moment when I turned 40, because I had a list of stuff that I wanted to do, and I had a personal list and I had a business list. So like I had really accomplished a lot of stuff on my business side, and I was like so proud of myself. But then there was like the part about wanting to be married, or like wanting to have kids, or wanting to have a home. And like I'm waking up and I got a 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I mean? It's a fly 1-bedroom apartment, but it was just that. And I got a nice car outside, and it's like, that's it. Like, and I'm just mad at myself, and I'm just like, how the hell? But then I had to calm myself down and go, yo, you made the sacrifice so that you could move forward on this side. Like, so you, instead of sitting down and being in a relationship, I was going to Atlanta. I'm going to Houston. I'm moving around. I'm so focused on the radio station. I'm so focused on building this and that I would always make relationships like, all right, bro, I ain't got time for it. Like, or if it's too much drama, all right, I don't, because I didn't want nothing to take my focus away. So then like, I really, and this is where it'd be like, yo, God will send you the right people at the right time. I just so happened that around that birthday, some of my oldest friends that I hadn't seen in years just kind of decided, they was like, yo, I want to come and be with you. As a matter of fact, you was at my 40th birthday party, and it was just like some of my oldest friends came from out of town, and they were just all around me, just having deep conversations. And like, I'm sitting there telling them, damn near about to cry, like, nigga, my life is bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, all right, this is cool. And they was just like, yo, Jay, like, you made the decision to chase your dreams. And then someone was just sharing about, well, yeah, I'm cool. But he was like, yo, bro, I never got to travel like you did. And I'm just like, what? And he was like, yo, you got to be around celebrities, or you got to, it was like, just watching you from the sidelines, I just cheered for you, because I had dreams and I sacrificed them because I just wanted money, or I wanted the house. And they was just like, and then one of my oldest friends was just like, bro, like, you lived the life you wanted to live. If you want something else, go get it. And then that's where it kind of turned for me, where I was like, what? So he was like, yo, it ain't too late, nigga. Your dick still work. I mean, he like, nigga, go ahead, go get it. What you want? If you want to go buy a house, go buy the house. Nigga, like, so what, you 40? Nigga, like, what the hell I got? And that's when it was like, man, thank God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just those perfect people coming and saying the right things to kind of set it all into. And like, I really went into 40 with a different energy. Like, nah, if I'm going to do this, is what is going to happen. I really went into 40 revamping my entire, how I do things, how I approach everything. And it was just like, yo, if it's not this, If it doesn't fall within this rule set for me, I'm out on it. And I've been able to have so much fun in my 40s because I feel released from some responsibility that I put on myself, or some rule or some law or shame or whatever. Like once you release that, because once again, nobody can shame you but you. Just because somebody say something or make an eye or they make a statement, man, that's people pretty much reflecting their trauma on you. And it's your choice to either accept what they saying or to stand firm and stand strong in who you are. Especially if you know you're a good person, you know you've killed it out here and you've made things happen. You got to be able to do that. So like, I am so happy today and every day since, turn 40, the darkest day.
Well, congratulations again, brother. Congratulations. Happy birthday, man. Tell my guy happy birthday in the chat, man. Drop a happy birthday for him.
That's what I need, man. Throw something in the chat. Y'all so quiet over that side while we talking positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, like for real. Don't make me have to get J Hill to bring that baby out here, because that's when the numbers go up. When baby girl come on camera, that's when the numbers go sky high. Like, you know what I mean? So anyway, all right. I want to throw this. I'm gonna throw this Boosie joint up, man.
Let's get to it.
Boosie dropping that heavy combo, man. Like,
let's get to it. I'm about to add.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
I ain't never seen so many black people happy for a downfall. I don't hear none of them who was at Diddy shit toasting with that champagne every year. Having speeches with, man. Ain't nobody speak up for this man or nothing.
So as soon as they say something,
when you're on top of the world, it's a celebration. When you're on the bottom, it's a denilation. All with them suits on, with their cups up. Ain't nobody said nothing. Oh man. All y'all motherfuckers used to have them champagne glasses up with them suits on for all these brunches and all this shit. Nobody got nothing nice to say. All these colleges got millions from this man. Ain't nobody got nothing nice to say. Shit.
I feel like Ball and G was the only one.
I'm gonna tell you why nobody got nothing nice to say, bro. Because they scared. I feel like and it's the part about people though. Like, it's like when you're doing something for somebody, man, everybody got your back, everybody your friend, everybody die for you and take a bullet for you. Everybody. That's why I said I don't really do what ifs, bro. Like, I think I said it not too long ago. If was a fifth, we all be drunk. Like, that's why I don't really do, bro. I don't really do hypotheticals, because a nigga always gonna be like, man, I'll take a bullet for you until it's time to take a bullet for you. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't never do none of that. Niggas say they not gonna snitch until they facing life and they gotta worry about their family at home. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't never do none of that. And I ain't like no gangster or no street nigga. It's just I had to learn that at a young age. You never say what if, because you never know what life could present itself. And then you really gonna have to back up what you're talking about. You get what I'm saying? But I say that to say, like, Diddy is in a weird situation right now, and the worst thing somebody can do, not the worst thing, I feel like people are scared that if they side with him, then they can lose what they have as well by being on his side, by taking up for him, saying that they're backing I don't know, I don't want to give him no names because ain't nothing been proven yet.
But if you've always had a positive experience with somebody, what's wrong with saying, yo, I know the homie? Not saying that, hey, I know for a fact he didn't. That's taking it too far. But if I was to come out, if I knew Diddy and I rock with him, I would come out and say, I've never had a negative experience with him. I don't know what goes on in his personal life, but I will pray for him and his family. And I'll pray for those that have been negatively impacted if this is something that's true. You know what I mean? But yo, like I don't necessarily want people to come out like Stevie J and be ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he trying to set up the face off with him and 50 Cent. I don't necessarily need people to do that. But what I would have liked to see more of is people saying, Diddy has helped my career. Yo, he cut us a check. Earn your leisure. Yo, he gave us $1 million. He's always been a positive influence for us. You know what I'm saying? We wish him and everybody that's involved in this circumstances prayers, and you know what I'm saying? And we wish that healing would happen in this. Like, let's do that. Hey, I haven't heard not one preacher say nothing. Nobody was to say, yo, Diddy, come to church. Let me pray for you. Like, I mean,
I've heard people speak up, like Fat Joe.
Okay.
I've heard like Slim Thug speak up. You know what I'm saying? I've heard people speak up, but it hasn't been the masses, of course. But you know how we are as an African American culture and community. It's like, bro, that's why you can't live by the praise. Because if you live by the praise, you're gonna die by the booze. It's just simple as that, right? Because I think I haven't been to too many countries, right? But like, especially like in their rural cities, like where I'm from in America. But American people, they got this thing where like if you up, they're gonna clap for you, but when you down, they're gonna stomp on you, right? And we should know that by now. I'm 32 years old and I know that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta be 45, 50, 60 to understand that. I've learned that since I was 25. You get what I'm saying? People love to see you come up, but they also love to see a downfall. I see so many people talking about this man and his downfall, and I'm like, yo, this is a billionaire. Like, let's at least see if he's guilty. If he's guilty, then yeah, you deserve everything to come your way. I get it. I'm 100% with that. But it's like, man, to continue to praise our, I don't even know the word. Like, to continue to praise our greats and our legends for falling, it's sad. It's sad to see. You get what I'm saying? Like, but I have seen people speak in his not defense, but like, you know, like don't want to at least be respectful. Like Fat Joe was asked on Breakfast Club, like, look, man, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had no bad experiences with him, and I hope that this pass over. You feel me? Like, I've heard people speak on that, but like we could definitely use more people speaking up for him for sure, 100%.
All right, now the next component of this part, and before I move on, because I don't want to stay on Diddy all day. We did enough of him in the past or whatever, and I did a whole live stream on it the other day. At what point can we start talking about rehabilitation versus complete defamation? Like, when is there a point that we can say if, and I don't know, but if Diddy is guilty, well, you know what? Let's put Diddy aside. Let's say R. Kelly has been proven guilty, because he's in jail. Is there a point where he can be rehabilitated? And if he asks for forgiveness, would we as a society forgive him?
That's hard. You got to understand that R. Kelly is dealing with little girls. That's the most disgusting thing in the world that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and you was proven guilty. Like, bro, we seen you like pissing on, like, that shit is disgusting. Like, excuse my language, you know what I'm saying? But, like, so I understand about forgiveness. You get what I'm saying? I understand that, like, we all should reach for God's love, right? And God love us through everything. Right, but we're not God. You get what I'm saying? So, like, for sure, I would love to like forgive him and just show people that you can go through things and overcome it. You get what I'm saying? I'm not God, bro, and I'm trying to get to that point. But what I will say about R. Kelly, the first thing he has to do is admit that he's guilty. Right, that's the first thing. But we haven't gotten that. So it's like, how can you forgive somebody who can't even admit that they're wrong? You know what I'm saying? They don't even see that they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can look at somebody and say, yo, you know what? I feel bad that because this person was he was touched on, he was molested as a kid. But at the same time, Jay, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's so many people that was out there that been molested as kids, and I'm not, listen, I never had to go through it by the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really speak on victims' pain and what they go through. But I know that it's been many of people who've been in this world who's been touched and molested, and all type of foul things happened as a kid, and they didn't go out and touch on little kids, right? So if I say that to say people like that exist, so we can't just deny or simply set aside someone wrongdoing because of what happened to them as a kid, because it happened before to many people. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
No. I agree with what you're saying. I would never want to, and let's be very clear, I would never want to set aside or to dismiss what a person did. What should happen is the person should face the penalty for the crime. And then in the process of them paying for their crime, rehabilitation should take place, which should include full repentance, meaning the person admitting wrongdoing and then submitting themselves to the process of dealing with the psychological issues within themselves, and also I'm not saying deal with the issues from other people, but a part of you asking for forgiveness from somebody else is to give them closure, for you to admit to them that I've done you wrong. I've done wrong. And I would like you to forgive me. Hey, I was wrong for what I did. It shouldn't have ever happened. And I'm sorry I've caused you pain. Is there any way that you could forgive me? And whether or not that person forgives you or not, I feel like that should be the process versus that. Because I feel like the more people that are going to be just like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, that doesn't help the person get better, and it doesn't help us get better. It's almost like an unhealed trauma wound. And it seems like, and when we talk about the Black community as a whole, we've suffered so much trauma. I feel like that's the reason why anytime we see that somebody isn't a model citizen, we're just like, get them out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Because we've all gone through so much, you know, and now every leader or potential leader that might rise out of our ranks, we have them under so much scrutiny that those individuals, I mean, even in Baltimore, all right, one of our old mayors had a couple of, she had some $500 gift cards or something, and they were ready to string her up by a rope on that. And I'm like, bro, like, come on, man. Like,
but we gotta be. I get what you're saying, and if you on the ground, somebody put a comment.
Yeah, slip. But go ahead.
I'm not saying let it slip, but you gotta understand, bro. I empathize with these people because I am somebody who's striving to have a big platform, and I am human as well. You get what I'm saying? But we have one thing my mom's taught me is if you can't deal with the worst possible case scenario, then it ain't worth doing it. Point blank, period. And with great power come great responsibility. Right.
Correct.
So when we're talking about people like the mayor, we're talking about people like even P. Diddy and R. Kelly. You gotta understand the platform that they built. When you misuse your platform, you got to deal with the responsibilities that come with it. And that could be misuse in public or private that came to public. You get what I'm saying? So I'm all for forgiveness. I am, because I'm not perfect and I'm human. And I would love to be forgiven in times where I mess up, because it's bound to happen. Not saying I'm not about to be doing this to no fucking kids. That's just, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But what I'm saying is I would love to have forgiveness in those moments when I am wrong, because I'm bound to be wrong because I'm human. I say all that to say, with great power comes great responsibility. They misuse their power. So when we talk about the mayor and she's getting caught with gift cards and things like that, yeah, you're gonna get slaughtered verbally and in a matter of public perception, because you are someone who hold a public you are a public figure that hold a public presence, and your platform holds a lot of weight, right? Just like with preachers. It ain't the fact that you're a preacher and you're dealing with multiple women, but the fact that you know better, you talk about these things and you help us get through these things. You tell us we shouldn't be this thing. So to look at you as a hypocrite, or the pot calling the kettle black, you're someone that, like, how dare you, right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't be exempt or you can't be forgiven or forgave. I'm not saying that. It's just you got to understand the position that you hold. When you hold these high positions, that's what comes with it.
That I agree with, but we are all human beings and we are all flawed out the gate. Now, once again, I am not arguing against, hey, people having what do they call it? Having results for your actions. So, like, yes, you steal cards, you lose your job. But the way I hear people refer to that woman in the streets was like she had personally punched niggas in the face. And it's just like, bro, like that's just over the top. Like, I once again, it's like we have to learn how to admonish people without totally condemning them. Yo, one bad action does not make you the devil. Like, you know what I mean? And
you're absolutely right. But who are we to tell somebody how to react? Right? Think about it. I voted for you, right? Essentially, I'm helping you keep your job because I'm paying my taxes, right? So you have a position because of me. Essentially, right? We can say that. So if you misuse your power, you essentially wasted my time and wasted my taxpaying dollars. So, like, who are we? And I'm with you, Jay. I'm just playing devil's advocate for a second. But like if I do something wrong to you, who am I to tell you how you should react? Right?
True. However, we're talking about maturity and in general decency, especially if we're talking about evolving our society past the point we are now. Yes, 100%. Recognizing that we all have traumas and that we all need to deal with our traumas. I get that. You know what I mean? And the point I'm making here is, if we want to be better, if we want to be stronger as a community, there's only X amount of us. How many kids are we going to cut off and people are we going to cast away before there's nothing left? The ones that are actually fighting to do things for us, hey, bro, they're not going to be perfect. And yes, they hand slap, lock them up in jail, deal with them. But how many more people want to move? How many more people want to become Puff now? I don't want to. There's almost to a point where I don't even want to be a public personality, bro. Like, people ask me to run for public office. I'm like, I'm not running for public office. I said, bro, they'll find any and every reason to stamp you down into the ground. How many more smart, intelligent, successful people are thinking the same thing? Hey, I'll just stay on this side and make way more money versus sacrificing financial benefit for public good when the public don't give a damn. When the moment you fart in the wrong direction, it's gonna be down and out for you.
Bro, you absolutely right. And that's the argument that I was just having with Wayno. And if you guys want to go to the Patreon, you can check it out. But I just had this conversation with Wayno because I'm like, bro, I understand as an adult, right? We should know better than to look at public figures and idolize them. Anybody in general, right? But I'm saying it's kids out there who look up to these people. And when you continue to have our greats fall amongst the public, what does that do for our youth? That's it. I understand we shouldn't idolize these people.
I love what you just said. Let me jump in real quick. All right. The only thing that's important in this life is the redemption. If you never allow people the opportunity for redemption, how are children going to learn how to deal with the realities of life? The reality of life is going to beat you down, but you got to be able to get back up and get back in the game. And that means that we have to learn to forgive each other and allow people another chance at bat. And so they can do it better. Yes, sometimes your ego will get in your way, but guess what? An ass whooping or a slap in the face sometimes or a kick in the ass will help you get your mind right so you know not to make the same mistake over again. But go ahead.
This is an interesting conversation because even the guy, what was it? The guy Nickelodeon? I don't know the guy's name, but apparently he admitted his wrongs or whatever, right? And I didn't look into this, so I don't really know the full scopes of what happened. But apparently it was about it had to be some nasty shit. It just is what it is. Because Nickelodeon is a child network, so you had to be on some nasty kid shit. And I think some shit, I'm just sorry, bro. Like some things, I don't know, bro.
We gotta shut down these kids' networks, bro. Y'all gotta smoke cigarettes and drink liquor like the adults do, bro. No more kids.
Some things should just be like, some things should be unexcusable. It just is what it is.
I get that.
And a part of this, because again, I'm gonna play on my human role, right? It's gonna sound crazy, but it is what it is. It's different between this is why it's sickening to me. There's a difference between thinking about something
and acting on it.
And then there's a whole nother situation when you think about it, then you act it out. So you had two chances to not do what you wanted to act on that, to be sick. You can think about something and then you think about it, then you act on it. So for you to act on something, right? I just think when we're talking about forgiveness, it's like, that's a slippery slope because it's like, bro, we're talking about kids here. We're talking about kids.
I agree. But let me jump into the I'm on the chat. Shout out to everybody that's on the Instagram live. Plainest Jane. Shout out to Plainest Jane. That's the family. She's asking, are the ones we're speaking calling to prove they've actually made some sort of progress or improvement? So she's asking if we're talking about people that are actually creating progress and improving the community while making mistakes. That's a very good question that's up for debate, which starts a whole different debate. But let me say this in response to Jane. A person is only good for redemption if they've done something for you. Think about that.
No, I don't know. No.
I'm not saying.
We're not talking about twist of words.
Let's not talk about rape.
No. We ain't talking about rape. We ain't talking about rape. We're not about to. No. But we're not about to twist our words. You asked, the question was, is somebody only good for redemption if they do something for you?
Right.
No, that's not what she's saying. But it's just like, no, bro.
That's my response to what she was saying.
That's not a good response in my perspective. In my opinion, I'm gonna tell you why. Listen. Because your question don't have nothing to do with what she's saying. She's saying, are they doing something? And I could be wrong, but this is what I heard from the question. Okay. Are these people doing something to redeem themselves. For example, i.e., when you get in trouble, right? You have a misdemeanor. What you got to do? You got to do what? Community service, right?
Yep.
We're not talking about beforehand. We're talking about after the fact. So, okay, you did something. What are you doing to win my trust back? What are you doing to show me that you saw the mistake that you made and you want to work towards past it?
That's a great statement to make. Are these people actually taking the road for redemption? Meaning, are they and this is something we talked about earlier. And to me, this is always a requirement when we have this discussion. A person must, number one, admit wrongdoing. Number two, submit to the cause and effect of it. So like you break a crime, you do the time. So you must do, pay your penance. The third thing is rehabilitation, and then the road to asking for forgiveness and taking the route of not just saying asking for forgiveness one time, but you remodeling your entire life to let people know that, you're not going to do it again. And this is something that people can become confident about over time. So yes, that if they're not following that model, then I'm definitely all about cutting heads off and leaving them in a dirt pile. And yes, I am definitely death penalty and very much shoot them in the head type street kind of vengeance type of person. I am very violent.
But all in all, to answer your question, I think people should have a chance to get redemption and be forgiven. But again, it's all about how they react to the situation. Like if you're taking accountability, you know what I'm saying? It's a possibility of redemption. It's a possibility of forgiveness. But you gotta at least be taking accountability. You gotta at least be able to. Even Jesus, no, wait, because we talk about Jesus and God's love. Even Jesus asks for you to repent. You repenting is a form of accountability that you're taking amongst yourself. So if Jesus is asking for that, of course we can ask for that as people. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
God requires repentance, meaning you taking responsibility for your actions. 1000%. I'm with it. Now, I got a clip down there. I see Mace in that beautiful suit jacket. Can you throw that up on the screen? I think this might.
Two reasons something doesn't work, Cam. This is.
Wait, I'm gonna play it over.
It's only two reasons something doesn't work, Cam. This is what I learned about life. There's only two reasons why something doesn't work. You want to know what they are?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
You're not supposed to be doing it, or you're not faithful enough to it. Those are only two reasons things don't work, no matter what it is. If your record deal didn't work, if you wasn't supposed to be with them, or you ain't put in enough work, is one or the other.
Hey Jay, you know what this remind me of?
What's up?
I don't know if you remember this, but I said this a while ago, and you disagree with me. I was like, yo, when you put your absolute all 100% into something and you don't quit, you're always going to prevail. And I think you said that's not true. It was something like that. I don't know if you remember this though. It was a while ago. I was like, name one person who really gave everything they had and didn't quit, and they didn't come out on top of what they wanted. I think I said that to you. I don't know. Do you remember that?
No. I remember that. And I feel like Mace is on my side on this discussion. And let me explain why. He said there's two things that could take your downfall. You in the wrong. You could be putting 100% energy into this shit, being with the wrong niggas, and guess what? It ain't gonna go nowhere.
He ain't say that. He said it's not for you. He ain't say that. You just made that up.
I did not. Yo, play the clip again, bro. The damn clip again, boy.
Only two reasons something doesn't work, Cam. This is what I learned about life. There's only two reasons why something doesn't work. You want to know what they are?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
You're not supposed to be doing it.
You're not supposed
to be doing it.
You're not faithful enough to it.
And you're not faithful. That's two.
Right. Now, let him.
Those are only two reasons things don't work. No matter what it is. If your record deal didn't work, if you wasn't supposed to be with them, you ain't put in enough work. It's one or the other.
You wasn't supposed to be with the record deal. You wasn't supposed to be with them, saying that like it wasn't like this wasn't meant for you.
It wasn't meant for you. So you could put in $1 million worth of work. It ain't gonna work because you wasn't meant to do that. You wasn't meant to be there. One wasn't supposed. Yo, sometimes.
Yes, that's right. You didn't say that originally though.
Yes, I did. That's exactly what I said. You know what? You're not gonna fuck with me today. Okay. What did you think I said? Let's go back to that.
I thought you said like you with the wrong people or something like that. I'm like, wait, what?
I agree with that too. That's all. To me, it all works in the same box. You're not meant to be there. You with the wrong people. Because if you're in the wrong people, you're not meant to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
I'm not about to put you with drive-by records with Trey D Killer and Trey D Killer 2 and 3, and you're gonna be talking about positivity and love, and they out there shooting people up in the street. That ain't gonna work. Okay. Come on, man. I'm gonna put you with good, positive people that are gonna be supportive, that are gonna be loving, and they're gonna understand what you're doing and understand that what they do affects what you do. And like that's big time. But beyond that, like I would say beyond music industry or even podcasting, man, this stuff has so much to do with everyday life. And I love talking about and bringing conversations about everyday life to this show. Like I love talking ratchet. Don't get it twisted. We can talk about as much drama and music stuff you want to, but think about today. Anything that you want, did you put all of yourself into it? And see, and the thing, people say they put all of themselves, but then they forgot that they did a 6-hour smoke 5 blunt session. So the money that you could have put towards your dream, you put it into the blunts. The time that you sat around smoking and watching TV and eating cookies, that could have been 5 hours you could have put in getting your dream off the ground. Like the time that you spent trying to call 15 weed men to find the weed. And I'm not trying to come down on people that smoke. I'm sorry. I apologize. But that's just an example of when the time you spend talking about doing something, you could have actually been doing it. When people come to me and ask me a bunch of questions, I'm like, you got the power of the world in your hands. You have a phone that literally has every answer, or has the link to something that could get you answers, or could get you to somebody that got answers. Don't sit around asking people, get the answers.
But not even like, you don't, because I don't want to misconstrue your words. You don't have to, like, when you say like, are you putting 100% in it? Like you could put 100% in it and still take breaks. You still could have your personal time. You still could have time to sleep and time to and be with your family. But are you intentional about the time that you are putting in with it, right? One, and shit, what's your expectations on it? And I say the expectations because a lot of us have an expectation of, I'm gonna do this in 6 months to a year, and if it don't work, I'm gonna quit. It's like, well, yeah, it's examples of people who've done that, but how many, right? So like even with me, it's like, man, I told myself, I fuck around, I'm gonna get myself to 40 because I need at least 15 years. You get what I'm saying? Because you're gonna do something. People say 10 years, you do it for 10 years, and just because it don't work for you, don't mean that it won't work. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like how much tolerance do you have to put in the work? How much willpower do you have? You get what I'm saying? That's why I thank God all the time for my willpower, because I know it over exceeds a lot of other people, because a lot of people would have been quit. And that's a skill in its own. But all of these things matter, right? Because you could be doing something for 10 years, and then it's like, man, I've been doing it for 10 years. I'm out. I'm gone. And then it was the next year or the next day that it would have happened. I don't remember. You remember the meme where the guy was like digging at the dirt underground looking for the diamonds, and it was like 10 diamonds right there, and he quit. Right. And then the other guy, the guy was digging, he had found 1 diamond. And the guy seen that he found 1 diamond, so he quit on his journey to go dig at the other guy's journey. Whole time it wasn't no more diamonds. Only if he would have kept going, he would have found 10 diamonds on his side. That's how life works, though.
That's how life works. But and that's the reason why this goes right into the reason that a lot of people say, do what you love to do. So that way you never feel like the need to stop. I love what I do. You know what I mean? I was excited to get up. I was supposed to be off today, but I wanted to come on here and talk with my boy. Let's get some conversation going. Let's have some fun. Like, this is fun for me. You know what I'm saying? Whether I get paid or not, it don't matter. I'm going to do this regardless, because I love this shit. I'm going to be 80 years old, you know what I'm saying, with a cane on the microphone. You know, Meg Thee Stallion's granddaughter, you know what I mean? Whatever, or, you know, whatever. Like, yo, you gotta find the happiness. And I'm like, all of this stuff connects, bro. If you find something that you love doing, guess what? You'll always be happy.
But also, though, because I don't subscribe to the saying, the moment I'm not having fun with it, I'm done with it. I don't really subscribe to that. Because
you gotta refine. I feel like when you start falling out of love with it, I don't feel like it's the thing that you're doing that's the problem. There might be something around it. So like something might have been introduced into the thing you love that made you stop loving it. If that makes sense.
Or sometimes it's time to get serious. Think about it like this. When I first started podcasting, it was fun. It was easy. I ain't had to really do nothing. But now I understand that I gotta take care of the business behind it. I really don't care about that. Should I stop doing podcasts because I don't care about the things that come with it? No, that's just what comes with it. Right. Yep. So a lot of times I feel like people make these excuses of like the moment I'm not having fun with it, I'll be done with it. It's like, nah, bro, you gotta understand that eventually if you're having fun with it, it's gonna you gotta put some work in now. Like now you got, and the work ain't the easy part. The work ain't the fun part. Like right. But that's why I talk about like willpower and just mindset, the importance of mindset. Because then when you understand when them things are happening, you know how to pivot and how to not let it bother you. For example, I haven't spoke about this publicly, but me and Wayno show, right? Like Wayno is really good at what he does, and I don't really feel defeated a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm very confident, and I was calling you, and this is the conversation that we have offline, right? So hey, you guys have this exclusive, but I was telling you, basically, I told you something. You was like, damn. Wayno got you second guessing yourself, second guessing if you want to do this, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. But I said it to say, like, if I wasn't strong mentally, then where would I be? I would have quit. But I know, nah, man, I'm cool. Say less. Let me get in my books, man. He ain't about to keep playing with me. You feel me? Like, but that's how it's supposed to be, like when you're mentally strong. But a lot of times we ain't doing those mental push-ups, right? We ain't doing those mental push-ups. So now when we're dealt with adversity, we don't know how to move in a moment's adversity. But that's what creates you as a person. That's who you are. How you react in times of when it get hard in adversity, not when what you do when it's easy, right? So like I think that's something that we should really let people know about, like that mental toughness, like that mental fortitude, not just, oh yeah, I'm having fun with it. We all can do it if we having fun with it. Everybody.
And like understanding that, like just like when you lifting weights and you working out, you know, there gets a point where you get used to benching 250 become easy. But guess what? If you want to break past 250, you got to take on that 300, and that shit, that's gonna be painful as hell. I'm telling you, you're gonna barely be able to get that up once, and that's gonna break your confidence because you're like, damn, I'm so good with the 250, I can knock these out. But if you want to break through to that next level, man, you're going to hit those walls. You're going to be unhappy. It's going to be painful. It's going to require you to push harder than you've ever pushed before. But once you keep pushing, man, you can find that positivity. You'll find that great new level or whatever. And, you know, we sound like some motivational speakers out here. What the fuck what are we doing?
Hey, no cap. So, like we have these conversations and I'm just talking like it's just us on the phone. I'm not mad at this, right? Because and this doesn't necessarily mean we got to change it, right? But I already, like, I'm talking about trending things, you know? So it's like, this is something different. So I'm not mad. So don't overthink it too much. I'm not mad.
No, I'll be laughing at myself because I'm not used to being this positive. I mean, no, that's not true. I'm always used to being this positive, but normally when I turn my mics on, my focus is different.
It's turning up. It's stream time. It's COE, content over everything.
Yeah, and it's easier to talk about positivity with you because part of it is I feel like a big brother and I always want to keep you motivated. But the other part is that you and I can talk about positivity and it don't feel weird. Or it doesn't feel forced. You know what I mean? Because like if my boy love Will to death, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Known him for 30 years. But you get too positive around him, he becomes like a squirmish kid. Like, you know what I mean? Hey man, let me talk about all that, man. You know, let's talk about these.
Whoa.
Let's talk about the titties, man. Let's talk about some titties.
Let me ask you this then. Why do you feel like, because I joke about this a lot. Well, not joke. I'll be very serious. Why do you feel like the negative stuff sell way more than positivity? Because I'm not going to say positivity don't sell, but why does the negative stuff sell so easy over positivity?
Because a person may be intrigued because a part of them wants to engage in it, or the flip side of it, some person wants to hide themselves and point fingers and say, see, look how bad they are. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? You don't look at them. It's either, I'm like, all right, you loving hip hop. Not saying you particularly, but a person, oh man, my cousin said this the other day. Women love drama, and they was like, they need drama, but they use television as a way to get it out. So Shaby's like, yo, they love watching Love and Hip Hop because it gives them the opportunity to watch some girl slap another girl or throw a drink on another girl. And it's this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? They love watching it. So because a part of them wants to slap a homegirl in a circle or throw a drink on somebody, or B, they want to be able to sit back and be like, See, I'm better than these chicks. See, because look at these look at these hussies. You know what I mean? And I don't want to just say this about like this is a woman thing and it's not guys. Guys the same way, chatty patty ass niggas that we are. You know, we love to either try to play the high ground and look at you, peasants, or we want to take it to another place. So like, or we want to engage ourselves. So that's where that comes from, in my opinion. Did you have any particular thing that you felt like was something you wanted to input your piece into? I think he might be gone. All right. Well,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right. Yes, sir. I can hear you. Go ahead. What was your opinion of that?
My bad. I think it's because it's easy. People just like to take the easy way, the easy route, right? So it's like,
and life gets boring. So like a lot of times you stuck in your routine of your life, you get to be able to, like I said, you get to be voyeuristic about it. So the naughtiness is kind of like, you know what I mean? The naughtiness is kind of like that little titular little piece, oh, it's such and such sleeping around on such and such. Ooh, give me the dirt. You know what I mean? Because their life is mundane, man. It's just TV, get the kids out the bed, get them to school, get them back, make sure they do their homework, like you doing. Take the baby girl to practice and then come home, cook dinner. And then that gets mundane as all get out.
Yeah,
so,
I do think like just, gossiping, being judgmental. I think that's easy because like when something, it's so easy to do that, right? And I say it's easy because like when we see so much of this stuff on our timeline, so when it happened to be like, yo, this is easy to do that, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's actually, you got a second, you kind of got to think twice to see it and not react on it. Am I making sense?
No, you're right.
I think that's why so many people talk about the negativity, the negative stuff in it, and why it grows so much, because it's like it catches like wildfire. It's like, oh, this is happening. Let me tell you my opinion on it. Now everybody a news anchor. You know what I'm trying to say? Like now everybody a motherfucking the media. It's like, man, shut the fuck up, man. I see my guy here, man. Yeah, Starrz City.
What's up,
yo?
Look at this guy.
Hey, what's up, man? How y'all feeling?
My man
y'all
got the mic on. What's up, bro? We hear you, bro.
I'm clear and shit.
Yeah.
I'm about to get the big headphones on you niggas, man. I'm about to be really in here. What you talking about? What we talking about?
What's going on, Thuggish Ruggish? What's going on?
Yeah, this is a little merch, some merch shit. Hold on, where we at? Thuggish Ruggish. Hold the back card too.
Yo, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yo, he living that good life. Yo, look at you looking young as hell. Yo,
always talking about me living the damn good life, nigga.
Yo, tell him you 56 years old. You look like you 22, bro. Just be honest, yo.
You do like you like 22, bro.
God is good. God is good. You know what I'm saying?
You do like you 22, bro.
Hey, Jay, I see you done took every piece of hair off your face. You trying to play the game with me? I see what's going on.
Hey, with the Beijing, bro. I had to get the Beijing.
I mean, I see you got the glasses on. You trying to, adapt to the younger world as well. You know,
that's what you told me to do. That's what you told me to do. You was like, yo, put the hats on.
Yeah, he did say put the glass. He's like, put the hats on. He was like, yo, you got to do the buckets. That was your idea.
I told you to do the buckets a while ago. You know what I'm saying? You did it for a little bit. You ran with it a little bit, but then you was like, I'm coming back to being an old nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we got to bring it back to the bedazzled glasses. You know what I'm saying?
I'm doing it.
Anime hats. Is that an anime hat? What is that?
No, sir. It says less funerals, more birthdays, sir. It was a
that's hard.
Shout out to my guy John Wells. Shout out for local Baltimore artists. Yeah. So yo, come on, bro.
Man? How y'all doing? I just want to say, I know I ain't talked to y'all in a while. Me and Jay talk a lot on the Instagram, and I always make sure I comment. I make sure I post on even one of y'all when I see y'all stuff. Just make sure I'm always active and make sure I'm helping y'all lift wherever y'all at. But it's nice to see the gang back together, man. It looks good, man. It's been a minute,
Missed you, bro.
Yeah, I miss both of y'all, man. For real, damn. I'm always out here.
Bro. Did you open up a studio or something, bro? Look at that. Did you, because that space that you did that freestyle in, man, that is a gorgeous space, man.
Oh man. No, that's it's so many people here that have their own little shows and like little things they're doing to promote their like brands, and that's somebody who's going to start doing like freestyles for people in LA. And I just wanted to, they hit me up like, hey, could you be one of the first people to do it so we can put the brand out? Like, so anytime I can showcase talent or even have a good visual to put out. You know what I mean? I wanted to always be top tier. So it was dope.
All right, good enough with
behind the bars, behind the bars.
Kumbaya and the
Yeah, man, what you want to talk about, Jay? I know Jay wants to get these ratings up.
Nah, I don't have nothing, but JS1 got something. I'm gonna just pull it up since we all here. Why not?
Oh, this
companies are owned by someone that doesn't live in the U.S. We're the biggest. All of the companies are owned by someone that doesn't live in the U.S. We're the biggest money maker. The Universal is owned by the French. Sony is owned by the Japanese, and Warner is owned by a Russian. So they don't care about our politics over here. So you gotta build yourself. By the way, I think everyone should have a podcast. I think everyone, even if you got 500 listeners, and those 500 are your customers, who cares? The problem we're looking at is how everyone wants to go big fast. And you gotta have confidence in yourself while you're small to know that I'm gonna be big one day.
Second round of cuts have hit Universal. And last week it was Interscope. This week, it's Capitol. And I want you to notice the divisions that they're cutting. I mean, they are cutting out whole divisions. And it's from the executive to the street level. And it's mostly in radio promotion and marketing and creative. So what does that mean? Record companies are going tech. Taking all of the personal element out of it very slowly. And if radio doesn't feed the monster soon, radio is going to get eaten by the monster. And that's where the next cuts are going to happen.
Yo, Starrz, so how do you feel about this?
I think it's crazy. I mean, he's not wrong at all. I mean, I feel like it's very important for us all to understand that our own brands are going to get us further than, you know, any labels will. It's not forsaken now that we understand that labels are stupid. You know what I mean? They really just here to take the artist down and give everything they can. Maybe some of them suck us dry and then they put us back to the world. You know what I mean? I've been signed 3 times, as you guys have known, and every deal I've had, you know what I mean, they were getting more than I was getting. But at the same time, we tell ourselves while we coming up, like, man, 10% of something is better than 100% of nothing. But at the same time, it's like, you have a plan for yourself? Like, I had 3 deals and I didn't have no plan for myself. I just like, all right, I don't have nothing. So hooking onto this label is going to help me further my career. But no, I should have sat on myself. Okay, when I get this deal, what is my steps to make sure I'm good? Because they're going to have steps to make sure they're good. Instead of just going to the studio recording and just hoping I get a hit record, I need to be like, okay, I want to put this record out. I need to get merch for this record. I need to make sure I go in my city and make sure I do shows with just this one song. I need to make sure, you know what I mean? I maybe try to get my own features and other investors to help with this song, because I can't put everything on a label. So labels now are barely putting any money in anything. I mean, a lot of them are just doing single deals or distribution deals. I mean, you haven't seen nobody get like, oh, I'm signed to this person now, when they have a celebration being signed to a major label in a long time. They're cutting ties with people. They're letting all the A&Rs go and things of that nature, because now they're just going online, seeing who's got the hottest whatever going on, giving them a couple dollars and then tripling it, you know. And I can't say I'm mad at them. I mean, a business is a business. I mean, we never gonna be mad at business. So I mean, who are we to be mad at these, you know, random influencers who having songs now? We have so many artists, even the dancers. You know, I know that Joe Budden said that the female rap wave is going down, but even so, the run they had is like, damn, like,
that's a lie.
I mean, I think it's a lot too. I mean, do y'all hear Sexy Red? Do y'all hear Sexy Red right now?
I just said that.
That's J-Ho's favorite artist.
Was you dancing?
You know,
I was dancing when I heard.
Get it sexy. I mean, that bitch going crazy. What? Fuck, that shit hard. But I digress. I say that to say, you know what I mean, the corporations and the labels right now are just focused on making money. They don't want to pay anybody. They don't want to wait for back ends. They don't want to have artist development. They just want to go through, get the money, and move on. And we got to understand that. We can't be mad at it. We got to just learn how to make that work for us. And like, shout out to Ray, man. That's the big homie. I was in the studio a while ago with Carmen. Great guy. He is always dropping jewels, but the one he said it was dope is everybody needs to do their podcast. I think that's true. I think everybody is going to have an audience of somehow. We all have audiences. Like me, I got my following. If I stop now and just start talking every day, I'm sure I have something and people will come see. It makes sense. You never know who's interested until you give them something to be interested in. So we need to start believing in ourselves more. And I think it's super dope that he said that. I mean, you got to bet on yourself. I mean, I just saw a clip before y'all called when Mace was talking to Cameron. And he said, it's a different, I mean, we all have 2 choices. You can go with your life, you can live your life, or you can follow your destiny. Now, it's gonna be a chance, that you're gonna come up to. It's gonna be a fork in the road where it'd be like, you can follow your destiny, or you can take the easy route and just live your life. Your destiny is going to be harder, but it's where you're supposed to go. And you're not going to know where you're at until the end. So that's just what it is. Like if I stayed in Baltimore, I'd be living my life probably. I probably would be living a good life. I probably would find my way to live a life. When I moved to LA, I was following my destiny. You know what I mean? I'm doing things now I wouldn't imagine. You know what I mean? So it's these things that you have to keep in mind when we thinking about these things, the labels or artists or even if influences like Jay Hill. You know, you don't rap, but you have so many avenues that you have to look at yourself before the business in front of it. You know what I mean? I think we need to be smarter and always keep that in mind. So yeah, so I agree with Ray 100%.
God bless, man. Yo, bruh. Yo, you dropping them jewels today.
Man, sure. If I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna talk right. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh. All right. So tell me, like, what have been the most inspirational things you've seen since you've been in LA? You know, outside of the beautiful women and the beautiful weather.
Well, I think what's important is the first couple of years I was here, I was working on my stuff, and I was trying to put myself in situations and in areas. Like I remember I was at Atlantic Records writing songs with one of my producer homies. I was going up there every day to try to get in the rooms. You know what I mean, I was in there with 2 Chainz. I worked on Simba's album. I just not too long ago got in there with Ken the Man. You know, and it's just these artists, I'm always in there. I was always connecting with someone else to walk in these rooms. And what I needed to realize is I needed to create my own circle with my own people and put myself in position where as though I'm not chosen to walk in these. I'm not saying, oh yeah, you can come up. I'm not asking people to always get in these rooms because a lot of times they're not going to call you. A lot of times you might be cool with somebody, but what we fail to realize is everybody is in a certain place in their life, and they're always looking to go one step further. So if I'm on step 3 and I'm trying to talk to nigga on step 6, the nigga on step 6 is trying to talk to nigga on step 9. So he's not listening to the nigga on step 3 that much. So what I had to do is I had to find everybody that's on that same step, and we need to go ahead and move together. 4, 5, 6, because all our mind states are the same. We're the same space. So now I have a team of people and producers, writers, videographers, you know, lawyers, even just people that can help me, give me questions answered. You know what I mean? And we can move forward together because instead of trying to grab a wave, you can create your own wave, and you can make money for everyone if y'all all use yourselves correctly. Like somebody else told me the other day, like it's important that we realize important friends are people you use, but you use them correctly. So I don't want to be useless. So I had to find ways to be useful so I could make an income for myself, which I did. You know what I mean? It's not about, I want to be a writer. I'm just here, just write a whole bunch of songs. No, what can you give besides writing? You know what I'm saying? So it was a talent development. It was vocal producing. It was teaching development on how music's written or how artists should be performing or how, you know, things should be shot. I walked in rooms like that with certain things. But now I have a team of people that we're moving with companies. We're getting deals done, but it's me and my people more so than me latching onto someone else in their wave. So that's why I had
to learn. It's crazy. Yo, it's crazy because
I love it.
Like I think that's what I learned early in my career. And I was like forced in that position to learn it where I didn't want to, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I was forced into this like independent lifestyle when I wanted to be attached to a brand because I understood how that could help me, even when it comes to the radio stations. And you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to be on 92Q and things like that. And not saying I was forced because a lot of the mistakes I made my own, right? But I think that was God's way, Jay. That's like, I think it was the same episode that you was talking about, Starrz one. Mace was just basically saying it's 2 reasons why people don't make it. It's because it's not meant for you, or you ain't
put in the work.
You quit or something like that, right? And I think that probably just wasn't meant for me because I was forced to create my own thing, to work with people that I could work with because it was no reason to work with me other than them wanting to work with me, right? And I understood I eventually started to see the importance of that. And it's funny, I was talking to somebody, I won't say her name, but she worked at KYS with me, and now she's in another market doing her thing. And she was like, yo, I see the podcast. She made a joke. She was like, she said how much it costs to do the interview. And I'm like, man, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I usually charge like 5 bands, but I could do such for you. She's like, damn, like I need to start a podcast. I'm like, nah, you do. Like, I'm like, yeah, you like, we joking, but she was one of the people that I looked at as in a higher position than me. And she's like, man, I'm damn near done with radio. And meanwhile, like my experience, I've been done with radio, not because I wanted to be, right? But because I didn't have a choice to be.
Yeah,
so that was the blessing in it, if that makes sense. So
yeah.
And if I may jump in real quick, I would like to say I feel like this is a prime example between the two of you of you not even understanding how big you really are. And like your vision was too small for the greatness that you were meant to be. Like the two of you have always been very powerful, influential thinkers and executors. So why would you want to go into a building that would constrain your power? You being on your own only added to your skill set so that you could create bigger and more powerful elements. Like, I don't feel like, Jay, if you had been at 92Q, you'd have been able to give the look that, you know, Tech needed. Just understand that that platform you built put him where he is at now. So if you didn't build it, being up underneath of somebody else and you was comfortable, he wouldn't have had that moment. I wouldn't have had a moment. The other people, so like you got to start seeing that, like, and in those moments we look at it like, man, the world is down on us and it's fucked up. No, like the world is trying to tell you too big for this. So like let's continue to move and find our way. Same thing with Starrz. Starrz has always been a powerful person to where his physical being in a room will either make you love him or he'll make you hate him. And it's just a strong thing, but that's just a testament to how much energy he had, that once he would realize that, yo, I could just use this energy to help put these people around me, put these people around us. And now not only can I eat, now I'm putting whole families into secure spaces. Hey, I can do not just a deal for me, but I could do a deal for 5-6 different people. That is what you were meant to do. And this is just the beginning of the journey, because there's so many more levels that now we all know that we can get to confidently. So now Starrz can be like, bro, I know when y'all come to LA, I got you, nigga. It's time to set up the shoot the da-da-da-da. Oh, we good. All right, Jay, you gonna put this together. Okay, I could be here doing some paperwork. Like now we can see how we can do shit bigger, and we don't need nobody else to tell us how to do it. We can do it on our own.
But I tell you, you know, that's easier said than done. Because when we grinding, all we see is the people at the top. And a lot of times the people at the top are the ones that sign to a label, the ones that's on a big radio station. And even like, and Wayno will say this because I think we had a conversation off camera, but he was like, basically, I'm looking at him like, man, you the man, you that nigga, you tripping, you signed with QC, you did this, you did that. He like, bro, but I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I'm like, part of me is still have to answer to somebody else. So like when somebody call, if it's important, I gotta go. He like, where with you built something that you don't have to do that, right? And basically he was just giving me game, like uplifting me, just saying like, you gotta see the power in that. You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, you've built something where you can do this if somebody give you the green light or not. And my position is not always like that. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of times I'm not thinking to build or create something because I want to give myself the green light. That's not what I'm thinking. I'm like, man, shit, these niggas got all these numbers. They streaming all this. They got these interviews with these big guests and all. I want that, right? I'm not understanding what goes on behind the scenes, if that makes sense, right? And again, sometimes what happened is you get forced in a position where you got to do it on your own, and that probably was the biggest blessing for me. But I'll be lying to say it still be hard. Like I'm like, man, this shit is crazy.
This is that, man. You took that words out. I'm gonna cut you off, but it was so important that I say I definitely came to a point where you be like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get to that next space. And I went to a rock bottom where I ain't had shit. I was in this bitch like, yo, I'm out here chasing, trying to figure out where to go, where I can be, who I can be with. And I ain't getting no money. I'm trying to make these placements happen type shit. And it's like nothing was working. You know what I mean? And I found myself like at a bottom and just trying to like look at getting a job type shit. So and then after a while, I you know, like I said, I started getting with guys more. I started getting my producer named Davi. We started working on stuff. I started only working with him. You know what I mean? Then I started doing film stuff. I started only working with certain people with film. You know, shout out to Maggie. Like every time I came home, she made sure I had stuff to shoot. You know what I'm saying? And then I got this company called Asino who believed in what I was doing and everything I could bring to the table now with a music development station who's in the middle of launching soon. And I'm one of the main partners. So it's also amazing to have that on top of having doing clothing creative brands with I got a songwriter named Nova Wave. I'm working on their clothing line. They actually are the biggest writers in the world right now. They wrote for Beyonce, even on the new one, the last one. You should look that up, Nova Wave. They're amazing. Or helping weed company learn how to promote their brand online. You know what I mean? Doing all these little things on top of the goal of songwriting. I'm still in studio songwriting. I'm still getting placements. I still got songs coming out with movies coming out with artists. Like I said, this year's gonna have a lot of placements I was in studio with. So it's like these things had to come on their own. When I got here, I was trying to force these situations. I was trying to force my way in the studio, trying to make a hit, trying to prove to people I was who I was, when really I didn't need to prove anything. I just needed to move in my own pace and let time tell who I am. And you know, it took me a while to realize that. Like I was saying, like I had nothing for like a couple months, and I was like, yo, I can't survive out here. You know what I mean? And now it's to the point where I'm getting, you know, monthlies. You know what I mean? Just from off the brand and what I bring to the table, like Jay does. Like, you got brands, you got people who sponsors and things like that. Now we don't have to answer to anybody. We move how we want to move. We don't have to do too many things. And that's really the goal, to be able to get an income and be able to also maneuver how you want to get in the next space that you want to. A lot of times we get locked in with these companies and with these jobs and with whatever. And now we're stuck here. And now we're holding back on the potential of where we could be, because we have to stay in this space for the commitment we made because of where we were and the time we were there. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother. I just want to say that the journey is not, when he says it's hard, that's just about the game, bro. Like, we can't make any progress without pain. You ain't about to get no muscles without having some pain in that gym. You're not going to grow as a person. You can't have a baby without the pain of the birth. You can't. I mean, like, there's 1,000 things that when we talk about taking things to another level, pain is going to be involved in it. Stress is going to be involved in it. You know, you learning to reach outside of yourself. Listen to that. Reaching outside of yourself, meaning outside of your security, outside of your comfort zone, outside of your anxiety, outside of your doubt. We all have to push past a lot of different things to become the greater versions of ourselves. So, like, what you are looking at are two men right here that are prime results of everything I just said. Like, you know what I mean?
But also, Jay,
go ahead.
I was gonna say also, like, it comes to, we talked about this a while ago about just the interaction between the older generation and the younger generation. The older generation need to have more patience with the younger generation, because a lot of us it takes us time to understand it, and sometimes we got to go through it ourselves. Because what I'm listening to Starrz, I'm listening to myself, and I'm like, and I can only imagine, like, you're probably like, man, I've been saying this, but it was something that we had to go through to understand it ourselves. Like, even when I'm hearing Starrz, it's like a lot of times I feel like all of us, we want to be seen as one particular thing and be great at that. Like, it might be a rapper, it might be a podcaster. For me, when sometimes we got to get outside of ourselves and understand that we're multiple things and be okay with that. But I remember at the time, Jay, like, you would say you could do both. Why not? Right? You could be the podcaster and you could do a production and you could be the editor. Right? Like, the whole time I'm editing people videos behind closed doors. Like, don't tag me, bro. I don't want nobody to know I do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, why? You could be that and a podcaster. But it took time for me to understand it and see it. Because all I seen, I was like, man, I want to be this. I want people to look at me like Jay Hill, the podcaster. It's like, bro, you can do multiple things and be okay when it can be good.
And I think it's dope. I'm gonna jump in real quick before you say something, Jay. But it was also cool because that's how I felt right when I got to, I know you said 40. It's right when I got to 30. And it was like, what am I going to do next? Because after my last deal, it was like, I didn't know what to do. I was done. My rap career, I feel like, where was I going next after the third deal went through and I was at this age? And then I started directing music videos. And that really changed my whole perspective on what life could really be if you adjust. And not only did I feel good about directing videos because it's my creativeness still being involved, it was still me being involved fully in music. It's just in a different avenue. It opened my mind to other things I can do. Then I started doing that. As you guys know, I'm a coordinator on Zeus. You know what I'm saying? So now I go, you know what I mean? I'm with big TV shows and helping them make these TV shows happen. You know,
the Devil Network.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man.
Sorry.
Network. You feel me? It's the Pay Network. Okay? On Facts. God. One thing I ain't gonna lie about is that, okay? But I digress. What I'm saying is, it helped me understand. Okay, I'm in film now. You know, I know I was Zeus now, but I work for Netflix, Hulu, Lifetime, WeTV. I've been everywhere. But I think it's important that I understood I was good at that and started working on how I could be better at that. Instead of just only stack all these chips on this rap, songwriting. It's like, no, okay, let's stack on this production, film, music videos. You know, context of content, you know what I mean? The look of things, you know what I mean? Just aesthetic. It's just so much that I started learning that I was good at. I think it's important that, like Jay said, we be okay with being great at great things, because you never know what's going to be that one to take you to the next step. And when you get to that next step and you get to that next level, whatever got you there, if it's not what you want it to be, now you have the resources, the money, and probably the connections to get you exactly where you want to be with what you want to do. But at first, you got to take these, again, small steps. Take all your coins, not just the rap coins. I'm talking about podcast coins, the video coin, direction. Take every coin you got and put it up. Because at the end of the day, you don't win the lottery of not playing the numbers. You know what I'm saying? So play all your numbers. You never know what's going to hit. And I think that's something I learned. And I want to tell everybody, like, if one thing isn't working right now, find other things you're interested in, because you never know what's going to take you to the next step. And if you have that love for that one thing, you can do what you want. Look at Dream. Dream was writing so much music for people. When he got his money right, he dropped his first project because that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be an artist. You know what I mean? And same thing with Neo, same thing with Carrie Hilson, same thing with Eric Bellinger. These are songwriters.
The same thing with the shorty that just Money Long. And she's
been
doing it for a while. Yeah, she was doing it for a while.
Victoria Monet.
Yeah.
She up there with us. So it's like these, once you get where you need to be and you have the resources and the opportunity, whatever you trying to do, whatever you putting your heart at against, you'll have that opportunity. But do not slow yourself down and let time get away from you, because you are drilling the same hole. That's it.
That's a fact. Yeah. Oh, yo, play this clip right here, bro. The Steve Jobs one.
Starrz, look at your phone real quick. Steve Jobs.
All right, bet.
This one.
If you really
No, not that one. The other one.
I've built a lot of my success. Off finding these truly gifted people and not settling for B and C players, but really going for the A players. And I found something. I found that when you get enough A players together, when you go through the incredible work to find 5 of these A players, they really like working with each other, because they've never had a chance to do that before. And they don't want to work with B and C players, and so it becomes self-policing, and they only want to hire more A players. And so you build up these pockets of A players, and it propagates.
Ladies and gentlemen,
man,
Steve,
I wish I had a hand. I'd clap right now.
Nah, you funny. This guy's crazy. This guy's insane, man.
Yo, I used to feel offended when I saw certain groups of people always hanging together, because I'd be like, man, they just antisocial, or they anti this, or they, man, I don't feel acceptable, you always come up with these preconceived notions about why groups become groups, or why certain people become the popular kids or become the most successful kids. Is because when you become really skilled at certain things, when you become really great at certain things, I don't care whether it's being a talking head or being a fashion person, a musician, bro, nothing makes you more exhilarated and excited than working with somebody that can work at the pace and have the skill set and the understanding. We speak the same language. We like the same quality level. Bro, these are super important things that I've become obsessed with. So when people be like, oh, I want to work with you, yo, can we pod together? And I'll be like, we'll see. But it's like, bro, I don't want to have to teach you how to do what it took me 17 years to do. Either you know what you're doing when we get in the door, or let me surround myself with other people that are great at it so that we can create great. I know how to create mediocre. We've done mediocre 1,000 times. We can continue to do mediocre. But how often do you get to be on that A team? How often you get to be LeBron and what other 2 other niggas? I don't watch sports. So like, you know what I mean? But you get the point. It's like, bro, when he said that, I was like, yo, that is true. And then you police yourself. Yo, this nigga ain't ready. She ain't ready. All right. Well, that might be, we can bring them on, see how they do. But like, creating greatness is strategic. It is not luck. That's
but also not even just that though. Sometimes creating greatness is a synergy and is an energy that happens that is out of your control. For example, right, when I was coming up, we hear this a lot, right? Especially coming from Baltimore, a small city. They don't support talent, they support what's popular. So the one thing I used to always say is get popular then, right? Like when I was coming up, I used to always see the Starrz, hang with the Starrz, and like their pictures and comment. I'm like, man, it's a bunch of dick riders. Like all they doing, they only fuck with each other because they hot. So yeah, I don't want to hang with nobody that's not. Like you gonna take away from my brand. But I didn't understand that at the bottom. Like niggas at the top hang with niggas at the top. But me being at the bottom, like, man, these bunch of dick eaters, like these a bunch of like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it until I became one of them guys, and then people start hitting me because they want to work with me, they want to do collabs with me. No, I don't want to collab with you if you ain't somebody that I can benefit from, and vice versa. And that's why
people hate that word, man.
It just is what it is. I had to understand that because
what can I get from this?
But I had to understand it because even now it's like I'm trying to get an interview with somebody, and basically they were saying real story. So I was trying to get the interview with DJ Drama, and Drama was one of the few niggas that gave it to me straight. Pause. Like he was like, nah, keep working. You know what I'm saying? Like he got some more work to do. Like his platform ain't big enough. You know what I'm saying? Eventually I got it, but I wasn't mad at that because it's like, bro, thank you one for telling me the truth and keeping it real with me. So now I know where to work towards. But also, who am I to be upset with that? Because there's thousands of people in my DM right now who trying to do an interview on my podcast. And no, I don't want you on my podcast right now. And I might be overlooking. I might be overlooking some really dope people. I really might be. But I know if that's me looking to the people that's trying to get on my podcast, and it's my podcast ain't nowhere near the platform of the people I'm trying to get on my podcast. Who am I to be frustrated or upset when somebody say, no, I don't want to be on your podcast because it ain't big enough? I'm doing the same thing, just on a different level. So like I had to understand that.
No, I also think it's important. Like when you say you would hate A's, like that's what we ended up doing. I ended up finding people who were just as driven as I was in different areas, and we come together and make this thing happen. Which I'm doing great. I'm still growing, but man, every day it's some calls and it's business calls and it's dinner meetings, and it's like, yo, this worked. But besides that, I wanted to check on this because I was doing production, and me being a coordinator, I had to always get PAs to work for me on these film shows or movies I was working on. And I remember always trying to just hire, you know, the homies or black people or just like, you know what I mean? Not saying it was race or nothing, but just, you know, people I think I like around me. I think it'd be dope. Like, oh yeah, you a vibe. Come over here. We can do this show. Not really going with what they brought to the table. And I was doing shows with these people, and we got jokes, we laughing at it occasionally, but we got work to do. And they taking, oh no, bro, I'm gonna go right here real quick, or I'm gonna eat this food real quick, then I'm gonna do it. Y'all forgot, yo. And I was like, it was slowing me down, and it was making me look bad because I'm in charge of everything, and these things aren't happening like they're supposed to. So then I started going on these sites and finding people who had a lot of credits, who I got recommendations from higher people. Like, these people don't play. These people really are great PAs. And I hired about 5 or 6 of them. And I remember the day that I had 6 recommendations of like best PAs, just them being good, and watching them work and sitting back like, I just made my job easier. You understand? Like, now I don't have to do as much. Now I don't have to repeat myself. Now I don't have to check up on people and make sure it's done, or not know the answer to things when my superiors are asking me questions about what's going on with the production, because these people are keeping me in line. Hey, Starrz, I did this. Hey, Starrz, this is going. Oh, and I also did this. They're doing extra shit I didn't even ask for, just to make sure the production is better.
Right.
It's because surround yourself around people who give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Talk to them.
I don't want nobody around me who here for a check.
Yeah.
You here for a check? It's jobs you can get a check from. You can go down to Amazon like everybody else and get that in 8 hours. And at the end of the week, you're going to have something for yourself. You go, I mean, but this is a business where we need to be superior. Everyone needs to look at themselves as the best. If you're the PA, I want you to be the best PA you can motherfucking be. Don't be saying like, oh, I'm a PA, but I'm really a video director and I don't know. No, now, nigga, you the PA.
Bro, Jay, you said something, and I say this all the time. Jay, that's when you was like, we all want to be like LeBron. You can. All you got to do is be on a team where you can be that. So I tell people, everybody, you can't be LeBron, everybody can't be Kobe, everybody can't be Jordan. Yes, you can. Because guess what? If I got a cameraman, I don't want to be a cameraman. You can very much so be the Jordan of the cameraman.
I don't want to fucking hold the camera. Like, even today, like, I'd rather do this. Yeah, get this angle. We're going to shoot like this. That's my job. You know, I don't want to come up there like, oh yeah, move get my ISO and change the text. No, fuck all that. You do all that. I'm pointing and telling you what to shoot. That's an amazing thing to say, because people have to be great at what they're great at. Know what you don't want to do and find someone who do want to do it, and let them be the LeBron of it. Like, I don't want to be the LeBron of everything. Like, no, we need Eric Snows. We need Andre Millers. We need, we need niggas to just grab boards. Like, what are niggas who just get rebounds at?
But even that though, if you grab the bro, I don't know if you are assistant producer. You can be the Jordan of being an assistant producer. If you're the light man, if you're gaffing, you can be the Jordan of gaffing. If you're the person that brings the lunch, you can be the Jordan of the person that brings the lunch. It just is what it is.
All these extra utensils and ketchups and barbecues. They don't do that. They don't do that. Napkins, everyone has lots of napkins.
This positive moment has gone off the rails. Yo,
I want a PA to bring the lunch right,
might
man.
not like this podcast has returned.
He got our names on the sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? He got our names on the sandwiches. You don't got to guess where our food is. Bring me that nigga.
Facts. No cap.
Pay that nigga extra. Pay that nigga extra, bro.
At the end of the day, it's important that we just bring like everybody who comes to the table know what their position is, and we let them be that as they let us be ours, and that's what a good circle is. Like I told people a lot of days, I was like, all these rappers back when I was giving advice to rappers in the city, I'm like, yeah, so what's your crew? All these niggas in here, what they do? Oh yeah, no, this nigga, oh he rap, he rap. Oh yeah, it's my homie, he rap. Oh, you got a crew full of rappers. So how the fuck they gonna promote you? Because they promoting their shit. When I was a rapper, I didn't want no all the niggas in my studio to be rappers. When I was in the studio, Jay, you can JS1, you can say the same thing because you know me. When my sessions, I had producers, I had vocalists, I had engineers, I had everybody that was not a rapper because I didn't need other rappers. And if I did have a rapper on there, it was a specific thing I needed him to do. And they go in there and say 5 lines if I needed them to. But guess what? That's the vision I had because I'm in control of that. So, but my sessions were better that way because, and my circle was better that way because my homies don't rap, so they're not looking for anything. When I drop a song, they trying to promote my shit. They ain't put my shit in the story. They put my shit on their page. They want people to see it, and it's like not saying you can't have friends with people who do podcasts. Jay Hill, I'm sure you got podcast friends. I'm sure Jay, it's when you got podcast friends. I'm sure I have musicians and TV directors. We do, but your circle is not your peers. Your circle is your team for your success. So you need to always remember what they bring to the table and how that benefits you. The word of the day is benefit. Don't be scared to be beneficial. Because if you're not beneficial in anything, nobody's going to want you. I know a lot of times, I heard a girl say the other day, a guy say the other day, we don't want the woman that got dressed just how, no, I want to dress a certain way. No, you don't want the bitch that's not desirable. Let's be real. If nobody wants her, you're not going to want her. So at the end of the day, it's like that's just what comes with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like nobody wants an undesirable person. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, nobody wants her. I want her because nobody wants her. No, that's not how it goes. It's a feeling and emotion that comes with it. And you know what I mean? Everybody likes some kind of benefit or somebody brings some table or somebody that has a want. And we need to just be okay with it, man. I hate that people shy away from being used. Like, what the fuck are you here for then?
If you can't be used, you're useless. It is what it is. Hey, I like this. Hey, JS1, this is a good addition, man. This when you say you had a surprise, I was lying. You know who you was gonna bring up here. This is
really
his birthday. I said my birthday. I said it's his birthday. I'm gonna pull up on him.
I asked him. I was like, yo, I'm using my birthday wish for them to come on the show.
Come on, a birthday wish? Damn, that's crazy. It's a birthday.
No, it didn't have to be a birthday wish. First of all, Jay, you ain't asked me to. I can watch you do this shit with everybody. Mr. Hill, you ain't asked me to do this shit one time, nigga. I've been over here like. Over here posting shit, fire emojis on everything. Like,
yeah, I didn't even know that you could. My bad. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
I got a podcast coming. I got a little episode coming out every Friday called and I don't know the name of it. New Music Friday. Me and my homie, we're gonna start talking about music that comes out every Friday. You know what I mean? We're gonna react to stuff. We're gonna just, you know what I mean, let people know about new artists that's coming out, people they might not know about. That's something me coming up, and I would love to have y'all guys on that. You know what I mean? Every now and then.
We would love to have you. We would love to have you on this every now and then.
Come on, anytime y'all need me, give me the date. Give me, man. Let me know. I can do this. Pull this mic out. The shit in my book bag. I just pulled it out my book bag.
That expensive ass bag he got. Okay, that's
what's up, man. We always talk about money. Okay, these are the fruits of my labor.
This nigga is back in the music review bag. You okay? I see, bro. And you didn't call me, bro. Is that how we doing it
now? We came up with it. We ain't even shoot an episode yet. Niggas mad already.
No. I'm gonna be because
I was gonna do it on the day Future album came out, but I had some technical difficulties. And when I found out how I was like, that would have been the perfect one to do.
Yeah, first. You fucked up. You missed the moment. You should have really.
Yo, let's do this. Let's do this more, man. I gotta get ready to go to church.
No, I gotta pack up. I'm moving today, so we all got shit to do. So
yo, congratulations, bro. Congratulations,
brother. Yo, let's get on this more, man. I like this, man. This is good, Jay. I'm had to spend some more. I'm had to spend some more money, but
we can talk about that.
Cause I gotta get the
yeah, get the what?
You know, the stuff on the thumbnails and stuff, right?
If you don't get the fuck out of here, nigga. Yeah, all right. In this show, please. I'm so tired.
One episode, this nigga always
one good moment without this nigga throwing some shit in the game, dog. Like if you,
I love Jay. He's a businessman,
bro. I just be working. My mind be working a million miles. I'm like, I like this. My mind went straight to like, y'all might not like this podcast,
Jesus, bro. Because I'm done talking to you. Go talk to Jesus.
I still got the pictures. I still got the logos and everything.
Jay S1 still got the Instagram.
Yeah, and I still got the t-shirts. I just bought a whole bunch of.
So how you gonna be upset with me about things? How you gonna be upset with me for thinking in the future? Like shit.
Just go to church.
Collaborate on posts now too. It might be a better time.
Yeah, it's crazy. See, look, we could collaborate. You know what I'm saying? We could use
everybody get it.
We could use the iPhones as our desktop monitor camera now. You know what I'm saying? Like this a different time.
Definitely a different time.
Mic's up and shit. We good.
You know what kind of mic is that?
I don't know. My homie gave it to me for real, but to be 100 with y'all.
Yo, I love Starrz. Yo,
that's hard.
Yo.
Nah, that's hard. That's fire. That's fire. That's hard.
That's my nigga, man. That's my nigga.
Hard. Now I can that's fire. That's fire. I can help you out. You still got your laptop? You still got your laptop? Nah, I can help you out with something. Yeah.
Put me. You know, I don't know all this stuff like that, man.
I can help you out. What's the bottom part on that? Is that it's an XLR mic? Oh yeah. You probably already got one. You got a Focus, right? You probably got the one.
See, my homies got a whole bunch of stuff because she do podcasts, so I can go over there.
But no, what you record on? You don't record on nothing?
No, I'll be straight auxing and iPhone. I'm on an iPhone right now.
No, I'm saying with your music. You're not recording at your crib?
Oh yeah. Oh, not the crib. No, I got a studio across the street. I go to, but I can do it there too.
Okay, I thought you might, because you know how some people had a home studio. That's why I thought you might have had an interface in the house.
Yeah, interface. No, not in the house. When I move, I'm going to set up the studio room there. But by me having a studio across the street, it was no need for me to set it up because I literally can walk. Right. I mean, it's like a block across the street, my studio. So it's like, I just said I'll wait till I move. So, but yeah, I'm ready. We can. Jay, you can tell me everything I need to really lock in with this shit. I need that.
We gonna say hi to Chummy. Chummy, say hi.
Hey, tell her I ain't seen her forever. What's up? Oh man, get ready for church.
We about to go to church, man.
Like nigga, fuck you, bye.
Nigga, fuck you. Yo, you funny.
Easter niggas, bye.
That was our vibe. The way she walked up the steps and everything.
She definitely turned around like,
you know what time it is? You want me to come over here? You bring your ass upstairs, put this suit jacket on. God damn.
Facts. I am about to go put a suit on.
All right, yo, let's happy birthday, Jay. Let's do this.
You, brother.
Jay and Jay, let's hit the group chat. Let's figure this out.
Let's go.
I'll make sure we get it done. All right, man.
All right.
Love. That boy, wow.